Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. Woohoo! And we are ready to go. I'm actually a little early, like a minute or two, which is exciting. Um, I'm looking for something, honestly, that I just brought down and now I can't find. Hmm. Oh well, we'll find it sooner or later. So we'll just hang out and chat for a few minutes. Today is August 21st, or August, oh my gosh, April 21st. Um, we're getting ready for the new catalog. I can show you the front of the catalog. So here it is. Woohoo! And I do this well, I don't do it myself, but I take it to Staples and have it done. It just makes it a little stronger for all of my moving around and transporting and stuff. Um, I think not next week, but the week after. Um, I will probably do a project with that, so that'll be great. All right, so I had a class Sunday. It was our first time doing a Sunday class, and everybody kind of liked it. Um, so I don't know, we may be moving Wednesday group to Sunday, maybe in the fall. With this summer and everything, it's kind of nice to have that full day to, go to church and do all your things on a Sunday that we do. So, yeah. So tonight we are going to be using the Filled with Sweetness bundle. Oh my gosh. If you watch any videos, everybody's using it and it is so exciting. Um, and I'm usually a few stamp sets behind everybody else, but I do love it. I absolutely love this stamp set. We did work with it on Sunday, so this is one of the cards that we made. The card that inspired this was from Joey Hartman, I believe is her last name. And she did this card. And then I switched it up a little bit just with some different DSP and different fruit. She did two strawberries, I did a blueberry, she did a huge bow, and I did not do the bow. And then it's just like I guess it could be a Z fold this way, but it's like I don't know, a Z fold this way instead. So, all right, so we're actually going to do this fold, but with a design that I've made um, using the Filled with Sweetness bundle. So I see people are coming on. I'm going to go down to my table and stick me in the corner. All right, so if you're here and you want to, please say hello. This is the card we're going to make. So it's the same fold. We just cut out this jar, die cut this jar, and I have to tell you, this jar is absolutely huge. This is 100% um, size, and the die, which I'm sure you've seen, is actually a humongous die, and it cuts out two jars, but it also puts a score line in the middle, so it actually becomes a card. So you can score it in the middle. And hi, Jules. Nope, no napping in your chair tonight. No, you're the first lucky duck to come. Thank you, thank you. And I was even early, so I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So we were just talking about this sweetness bundle. I keep forgetting the name of it. The Filled with Sweetness bundle. And this cuts, so this is the top of the jar and this is the bottom. So what I did for this was I die cut it and then I used the eyelet um, embossing folder and embossed it. So it sort of looks like a decorative mason jar or something like that. Okay, so I cut it, I die cut it out, and then I snipped it right up the score line to make two of these. So you get two out of one die run through. And then I used this die here, and this die makes the ribbon that looks like the ribbon. So you don't need to have ribbon. This die makes the ribbon for you. And then here's the bow here. And then I absolutely adore fabric to put on top of jars, and it's so fun. The one thing that I just noticed here is that my hearts are upside down. If you look, I don't know if anybody else would have noticed that. And oh, my mom's here, but it won't let her comment again. Gosh darn it. She's got the bad luck with the commenting stuff. All right. So my hearts are upside down. We're going with it. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't think anybody would notice except for me. Anyway. All right. So we have the bow, the jar, the topper, and I believe we're using, and it comes with, look at these. It has 1, 2, 3 sentiment holders, and it has a little tag. So it it is huge. And then the best thing ever, look at that spoon. So the spoon can actually look like it's going into the jar, like somebody's eating it. It is the best thing ever. And a lot of the demonstrators are using the silver specialty paper so that it looks like a real piece of silverware. Hi, Jean. And there's the strawberry, the blueberry. Here's the fabric lid. So yes, there are tons. I think we're using this one on this card. Yep. So we're using this die cut sentiment piece. All right, put this back. Now we'll put this back. So the colors in this are strawberry slush, and it's actually, this is the new basic black hybrid, but we are actually going to use Secret Sea. So this swirly decorative swirl, I don't know if there's a certain name for it, please let me know. That's in Secret Sea, and this is strawberry slush. And then I didn't do anything on the inside except the sentiment. In the other card, I did add the blueberries in this one. So, all right, and the designer series paper is just gorgeous. You can't miss it. All right, so let's see if I have all my bits, and I don't. So we'll go to another one, see if we can steal some bits. And it doesn't look like we can, but I have an extra bit right there. So here we go. And I used the hues of blue flowers for the bling on here. So there's a dark one, a medium one, and a light one. These are from the Dove Peace on Earth Christmas, if you remember that from Christmas. It came out right about that time. Oh, so it came out with this suite. So very it was a Christmas. It had the doves. I'm trying to think of what else it had. The other thing that is fun is you don't necessarily need the dies if you want to fussy cut all the jars. There's a DSP paper like this with small jars, and then there's one with big large jars. Up, there she is. She's chatting now. Yay. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Just gonna put my stuff on the ground. Give us a little more room. All right, so the fun thing about this is one of the squares here is a 4x4. And the best way to tell is this that fits. So it goes here. The girls at class were like, how do we know this fits? Well, because you'll have a nice little frame. Whoops. You'll have a nice little frame around it, and that's how you know. So it's 4x4, the white is. Up here, it's 4x3 3/4, I believe. Yeah. So there is a difference between the top and the bottom. So just so we don't forget, I am going to go ahead and put this on just so that we know who's on the top and who's on the bottom. And then this goes there. Oopsie. I'm trying to use up my seal. All right, so there we go. And then you're the sweetest. So technically what I should have done is I should have stamped this first. But I think the stamp set is new. It's actually been used a lot. I think we're good to go with putting it right on, right in the middle. There we go. All right. So we don't want to get cookie. So we'll do that. And then we'll do this. Now, I contemplated embossing the top as well, but I decided against it in that you don't really see too much of it. And I think this pretty much covers it really nice. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, yay, Sheila. She did it. So I didn't add anything to this top part here. So let's put together our jar because that is the most fun thing to do. All right. And I did not add anything to this. I just put it flat down there. I didn't raise it up on dimensionals or anything. Is my point. All right. And I'm just going to make sure that everything is covered. All right. So there is, you know, a little indentation perfect where that goes. So just, whoops, just like that. You could come down a little bit more, then this is going to stick out and you just trim it up a little bit. It all depends on how you want to, lay it down. All right. So here we are going to go to the liquid glue. I'm going to make sure I'm on the right side, and I'm just going to put a little bit there, a little bit here. And then there. And we'll do some here just for funsies. Okay. And then just for the sake of it, we're going to put we're going to put this top here along this line. There's a line here that you can see pretty easily. And we're just going to put that there. And then this here, we're going to Play with it there. And there's just a spot that's easily available to line up with. Sorry, you can't quite see me, can you? All right. And then this is easy because there's a nice big spot here to put some liquid glue. And you could even put a glue dot if you wanted to. And then I'm just going to put a little bit here. And then I'm going to put it right there where that all meets. And there you have it. Okay, it's fun, isn't it? And it's so pretty. It's so pretty and so quick to come together. The hardest part to come together is going to be this part here. All right. So, homemade for you. That's what we're putting here. And then You're the Sweetest is on the inside. So, I am going to do my squigglies first. And if there's a name for these squigglies, please let me know. I'm doing it by bringing the little circles here. I don't know if you can see it. So the little circles are on the inside. So see how it goes around in? I'm putting those toward the inside on both, up and down. So you just want to make sure they're placed that way. Now I'm going to practice. And then I'm really just eyeing it. Going to go up as far as I can without getting to the dotted line. And then twirling it around, doing the same thing on the bottom, line up the dotted lines. And there we go. Now, I am pretty lucky because I've done a few of them. So with practice comes goodness. Yeah, so Debbie, the fold itself was from Joey Hartman, I believe is her name. But this was similar to the card that she did. I did a little bit of changes. So this was her fold. And then this is the card that I came up with for the same fold, just with the same DSP, but the same grouping of DSP, but different papers. Yeah, it's really, I love it. It looks complicated, but it's not. That's my love of it. So then we're going to put this right in the center, and it's not hard. It goes in pretty quick, just like that. Okay. Now we have the dimensional bowl. Trying to use them all up. So we have a wedding this weekend, and I'm so excited for it. It's a trip back down south, but we're not taking the RV. We'll just drive. But all three girls are coming as well, so that'll be fun. All right, isn't that perfect? It comes together so easily. So then here are the hues of blue flowers, and they're all separate here. I'm going to use my scissors. So on this one, I did light, medium, dark. So I thought I would try a light one. Well, that's a big one. Let's see. I might have to just take it off. There we go. A big light one. So maybe you could see it a little better right there on the bow. And then we'll place a dark one. Oops, I lost it. We did put the dark one way over, whoops, way over here, just so that you can see it better. Hopefully that's in a good place when I put mine down. And then a light one. And there are small, medium, and large. Oops. Nope, I need a medium. There we go. Not doing very well here, am I? Where's my sticky? I lost it. It's on my finger. It's on my finger. All right, so now we need a medium, which is right here, which can almost be a dark as well. And we'll put that there. All right. So I am going to put dimensionals mostly to the top. All right. Oh, I am getting to the bottom of them. And then we'll just bring a few here. All right. So it's going to hang off a little bit. And that's okay. We will going to make it a little wonky. And there's really no reason other than I wanted to make sure both of those ends of the toppers were in between the confines of the card. So I am going to put some dimensionals here just so that it doesn't go flat down here. Okay. So as an after fact, I decided that, we could put this as a stand-up card, and you could. What I thought was we could take some of the cutouts from the DSP. So it's this DSP. Actually, no, it's the bigger DSP. And we could use this. And we can, there we go. Okay. We'll go a little wonky there. And then we can, let's go down a little bit. And then you could have now if you wanted to put you could put your sentiment, you're the sweetest, you could put that down here and then use that to hold up the card like so. And then you'd have all of that to write on, because one of my customers did say there's not a lot of room to write. That's all up to you. Or you can put another 4x4 piece of basic white here and write till your heart's content. Yes, Christmas cards. Good idea, Jules. I love it. Or Julie. I see Jules and then in your name there, and so then I call you Jules. Sorry. I don't know if we're that close yet. So here you go. And it stands up. So that's an idea. And I kind of liked it. It gives it a little more depth and dimension. And just trying to get my guck out of here. And just something fun, just a different way to do it. And a lot of dies that comes with this. So that was one of my faves. All right. And those were the two that this one is almost an exact replica of the one Joey did. I switched up a couple things, and then this was the one I came up with. I didn't put anything here. You could put another piece of basic white there and do some more writing, but I really do like it as a stand-up card. You could do it as a You could put a recipe even in there or here, and then keep it up. You could make this a recipe card, the whole jar thing even as well. Lots of ideas for this. Thanks, Jean. All right. And then the next one is just really quick. This was a template that came from Julie Baca. She just had the template, and then I went in and I needed a simple card. And then I went in and stepped it up a couple places, but the whole, and of course, the sentiment is from the cutest crew because they are cute. And then I used the little tracks here from the Sweet Bugs. So, you know, I still am. I'm still stuck. I don't know. Hopefully, I have a kit here. I'm hoping. Um, yeah, all I need is a piece of um so a piece of crayon pink, which is right here, or petal pink. And I think I could take this, and I just got to make sure. Yeah. So see, you don't throw away your scraps. You never know when you're gonna need them. There we go. So this is a 2.5-inch circle. And that's what I use there. All right. So we're going to make this very simple card. And I used Mossy Meadow. This circle is from the Stitched, no, I lie. Yes. You think I use it all the time. Stylish Shapes. So you would think that I would be able to come up with that on my own, but no. And then my embellishments are the low profile sparkle dots. And I think all of these are either on the last chance or they are, yep, you could put a gift card there too, Mom. Yep, plenty of room. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the tracks right through here. Okay, so I'm going to fold the card. Let me get these out of the way. There we go. And everything is in basic beige. Only if I brought it. Well, it's here somewhere then. Must have taken it out and missed it. All right, well, the thing that you can do, which is the fun thing, is that your Versamark can kind of do the same idea. All right, so there's the card. We're just going to use the Versamark, and it's kind of going to look like it's tone on tone, but not as well. All right, well, that's not what I'm going for. I have no idea where my basic beige is. It should be in my kit from class, but it is not. All right. Well, just when things were going so very well. All right, so we're going to use some crumb cake. Let's see if we can go on and off. So we're doing some dark and some light. And I don't have to cover the whole thing because I'm covering up the most of it on this side. So all right. And it totally looks fine with crumb cake as well. Everything goes with crumb cake, right? All right. So now all we're going to do is adhere our strips. So this strip is 1.5 by 4, I believe. Oh, by 5. And then this one is 1.25 by 4.5 or 4.25. Yep, 4.25. So somebody is going to come on, and I can't, for the life of me, ever remember the name of this paper. Is it something Bloom? I think I just finished up this. Yay. Does anybody know the name of the paper? I'm sure somebody does. Just got home from the hospital, Sandy. Why? How's Ron? Please don't tell me he's back in the hospital, Sandy. All right, and then there is a direction to this one. So we're just going to be careful. And then I'm going to go back to my there we go. Oops, I just told you when I flipped it, it was upside down. So I put them on top of each other, just like so. Okay. Now, I did what a lot of others did, except look, it goes right through. So you could actually get 2 cards out of this one circle if you so choose to do so. Because you're going to put half of it at least under there. So totally up to you. If I were making a lot, I would do that. I would my face just disappeared. There we go. Everything is there we go. Sorry, I just had a little technical malfunction. I would definitely save that paper and cut the circle in half and make it work. Okay. Now, I took my white circle that is also from a punch, probably from the 2-inch punch, because this is 2.5. So this would be the 1-inch punch. I'm going to take the Mossy Meadow and we're going to stamp just a little hello. And it fits in there just swimmingly. Okay. All right. And I tell you what, we are going to use up these tonight, I really believe. So I am going to put some there and then some over here. So I'm leaving the inside of this for my bow. And I'm just going to do a sloppy bow with a big yep. So something kind of like this. And one bow can be bigger than the other. It's not going to matter because we're going to take these off and we're going to put that there. Oops, I went the wrong way. Goodness gracious. All right. And so that's how that's going to show there. And I'm going to cut just a tad bit off here. And there's some strings here I'm just going to cut off. And I'm going to stick, there we go, that up. And then that's kind of off kilter. There. So that's a little better. Okie doke. All right. Brushed with beauty. I knew you'd come up with it, Mom. It has been something that I can't keep in my head for nothing. All right. So now we're gonna, you can put your dimensionals anywhere you'd like. You might want to counterbalance them where there is no dimensionals from the bow so that it's, even, not teeter-tottering. And then I'll put one in the smack dab in the middle. And look at that. So, am I happy with the bow? I'm not. I'm not. So, let's see. I want it that way. And we're going to make it work. Because we're going to take these off this way. Don't be like me. Pay better attention to where your bow is. Because what you want to do is you want to avoid the bow so that the bow goes through, and it's just not adding any more bulkiness to the card. That's what I was trying to do. And it didn't happen. So let's see. There. And then we'll put this one up here because it's lonely. And we'll put this one down here because it is lonely. If I can just get the paper off here. I got my nails done for the wedding and it's just not working. To get take my pick tool out so that I can, there. All right. So that is a little better. You don't want to smush it because then it'll kind of, okay. So that's better. Then the bling kind of just brings it all together. So I used up all of the green. So we'll go with yellow because I think the yellow will work because there's yellow in here. So again, we're going to use a big one and a littler one, and then the very littlest one over here. All right. And then in the inside, I put, now this isn't my typical insert. I thought I would try it. And it's really good for those who really don't have a lot to say. You could just put a little sentiment on it and then sign your name, call it a day. Or the other thing I was thinking of is that you could always add, you know, you could put a little border here and then put another one on the other side. Because really it's just scraps. Or you can, you know, put it here, make it look like it's a piece of washi tape, you know, here and here, put it a little wonky, like it's a piece of tape. Just ideas for those that don't want a full 4 by 5 1/4 white piece of cardstock on the inside, just want something smaller. This is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Alrighty, so these are two of the fun cards. There you go. And then this one, I'll move these out of the way. So yeah, they were fun. Just, this is just a template. We could have easily done a template and used the sweetness. And there I go again. Made in, yeah, I don't know. Homemade sweetness. There it is. My gosh, my brain, my brain, my brain. So next Tuesday, I probably will not be on. I will be getting back working, getting ready to go again. And then I'm done. I'm done traveling for them until June. So, phew, it's a busy month. I'm very blessed to be able to do so, but boy, it does make one pretty tired. I am not done with the Cutest Crew. I haven't done 2 or 3 of the projects that I wanted to do with that. So I will be coming back with that. I'm sure we'll see the homemade sweetness again. And I have one suite coming from the new catalog, and I have a bundle coming from the catalog. So we have lots to do, and I can't wait to get into it with you all. I will so we're going to go with, I will not be here next Tuesday. So I will be back on, is it the 5th or the 6th of May? So that'll be wonderful. And I promise to be well rested and ready to go for you. I'm just picking up a little piece of dimensional. Why? We hardly used any dimensionals tonight. And then I'll be able to show you the inside of the catalog as well, and we can do a little walkthrough. So yeah, I want to do some of the Winnie the Pooh kind of stuff too. There's so much to do, so we'll get there. We'll get it all done. We'll have fun doing it. So thank you so much for taking the time to create with me and share some ideas. And I just want to thank you. Won't be here tomorrow or next week. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead and weekend. So thank you so much for coming. And any questions, any ideas, things you want to see, please comment below or comment below. Yeah, comment below and let me know, because I would really, oh, it goes live on Tuesday. Perfect. So we'll go through the catalog. It'll probably be a little bit of a longer one. And I will hopefully have a sample of cards for at least one of the bundles ready for you that day. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good week. Bye-bye.